Hi guys, we're back and we're talking winter stuff again.
We got some snow safety kits here. Keep you safe in that snowy snow. Okay, first and foremost, the most important thing always is the beer. Today we have Badass Brewery Sloth Anytime Ale. It's a great ale for any time. It's pretty tasty, nice and fruity. It's a really good drink. Try it. On to the kits. We've got a few brands that we stock here. So we got BCA, Autovox, and Ava. So we'll just run over like a few of the differences between them and why you might want to go for one or the other. BCA's got some pretty awesome transceivers that come with it. They all have a range of about 55 meters. And then as you kind of go up, you go up a little bit in specs and you go up a little bit in how snappy they are. So the T4 is basically the top of the range, and that comes with kind of really good probe and shovel to match, and the kits sort of have that theme going on. As you go up in specs with the transceiver, you get better probe and better shovel. The T3 is essentially the model just before the T4, so not quite as burly of a machine and not quite as snappy, but still pretty good. And then the TS is like the trimmed down, simplified version. So really easy to use, simple, really, really lightweight. I think this one comes in at like 120 grams or something like that for the transceiver, so it's super light. If you're just wanting something simple to get you started, that's a really good place to start. What are your ones looking like over that side?
Yeah, so over this side we've got the Autovox and the Ava. Now the Ava have a whole bunch of different models as well, just like the BCA. Kind of going through your lightweight setups and getting more technology and more kind of bits and bobs as you go through them. Now, some of the major differences is with the shovels, you get more adjustability as you go through the range. Having a good amount of adjustability on your shovel is quite nice. It just makes it way more efficient and way more easier to use. If you do ever use it in anger, which probably not, well, hopefully not. Hopefully you're just digging out a really nice campsite, something like that. You've also got your transceivers. Now I think through these ranges they stay the same. This is quite a nice little compact system. It's really nice and easy to use. However, in these ones it doesn't come with a harness, and having a harness is quite nice. So that is a separate sold item for them. But it's a range of 50 meters and it's really simplistic and light. So if that's what you're looking for, it's a decent one to go for. Now over here we've got the Autovox. This is this fancy one that I'm wearing right now under all of this. This is the one that talks to you, which is really neat. It will take you through basically everything that you need to do. Obviously you have to have that skills under your belt, but whilst you're panicking, it will take you through nice and slowly what you need to do. It's quite good for a New Zealand situation because then you can be out here looking and looking for your person, looking for a ski pole up in the air whilst it tells you all the signals that it's getting, rather than you looking at it, looking up, looking down, and all around. But yeah, it's really nice and compact. It's quite little and simplistic to use. Looks like this, nice big screen. And then you've got your on button back here, which is hidden. So whilst it's just transmitting, you can't bump it to turn it off or anything like that. And then you just flick this up to search, and it'll start to talk you through all the steps that you need to do. Yeah, nice and simple.
Yeah, I've also got the T4 package here unboxed a little bit, so I'm currently wearing the T4 as well. Also comes with a really nice harness. It's a pretty compact device, but it seems like it's really robust, which is nice. It's got a screen here which displays all of your details on it, so you can get a nice overview of how many meters away you're searching and what burials you got and that sort of thing. It's got a really nice kind of dial here that switches on and off, so it's really difficult to do it by accident, which is a nice feature because that can happen sometimes, especially if you're tumbling down in an avalanche. This one has a automatic revert to transmit function, so basically if you were searching for somebody and then you get caught in an avalanche yourself, it has a motion sensor in it so that if you're stationary for a certain amount of time, it'll automatically start transmitting so that people can find you, which is a pretty cool feature.
Yep, as does this one, should add.
Yeah. The simplified version, I think the TS does not have that feature. It's just like a timer. So if you're searching for more than I think it's about 5 minutes, then you would have to pop back into search mode again because it'll automatically revert to transmit. Yeah, so the kits come with basically the transceiver and a shovel and a probe. So I got the shovel here that it comes with. It's a pretty good shovel. What shovel you got?
I've got the Pro Light, so they've added these nice cutouts in the middle to make it nice and light for you.
Yeah. It's a pretty decent size, about as small as I want to go. I wouldn't want to go any smaller than that personally, because you want something that you can shovel a decent amount of snow out of. That way you can actually use it, you know.
Yeah, bigger the shovel, the more friends you'll have, honestly, because you can get them out lots faster.
Yeah, for sure.
And make it really nice and efficient.
Yeah. And extendable handle's really nice as well, because often avalanches in New Zealand, they're not like just a slurry of snow, it's like lumps and stuff like that. So to be able to get a bit of leverage to lift hunks of ice and that sort of stuff
It's nice to have a
out
longer
the way
handle.
is
Yeah,
pretty useful.
yeah, decent. What's your probe like?
Oh, it's a pretty nice probe actually. I really like the BCA system here. They've got like quite a snappy thing on there. It doesn't have that string that you have to hook in, so it just kind of clicks in place. And it's got a wire cable running through it, so it's really, really durable. Again, in New Zealand conditions, you often have a lot of stuff in the Avalanche, so you want something reasonably tough, reasonably thick, reasonably durable, so that you're not going to break your probe as you're probing in through the snow.
Yeah. So Autovox on this one have gone for the lightweight setup, so it's slightly thinner, and has the cord set up on the inside, and then just a pull toggle with the knot to hold it in place. But it is super light. That one's definitely probably the most durable, I reckon.
Yeah.
But pretty decent.
Should we see which is faster?
Shall we? Should we race?
All right, let's go.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, you're
Oh,
just...
I got it!
Oh,
Right, and that's how you probe a probe.
cool. See you next time, guys.
Catch ya.